Hey guys, the Cinnamon123 here with another Minecraft video, and today we're going to be covering the Minecraft 12w37a Snapshot. First thing that has been added, if you go into your single player worlds, you can select a world and you can recreate it, which basically what that will do is it will go ahead and open up your world options, and you will, if you go to see what the seed is, it is actually the exact same as whenever you had originally generated. So if you're wanting to create a blank world with the same seed, you can now do that. Also, under super flat, note it's not for any of the other biome types, there's now a type called customizable for your settings. And what you can do is you can go here and you can select a preset, and you'll see that I'll have 90 layers of water, 5 layers of sand, 5 layers of dirt, 5 layers of stone, and then 1 layer of bedrock at the bottom. Now you can actually go in here and you can edit the presets. So let's say I only wanted, let's say 1 layer of water. It basically goes from bottom, middle, or bottom, next, top. And the first number is how many of that layer, and then the last number is the block ID of that number. So let's say I went ahead and set this to 137 so that I have a layer of command blocks everywhere on my world. I can actually go ahead and use that preset, and you can see here that I would have 1 layer of command blocks at the top of my world. But I'm going to go ahead and set it to water world with only 1 layer of water on it. So I'll go ahead and use the preset, and there you can see I've edited the preset. I'll go ahead and say I'm done, and all these other settings are great, so I'm going to go ahead and create the new world. Okay, so here we are. You can now see that we are in a brand new creative world, and it's got 1 layer of sand, and then underneath that it's got 5 layers of sand, 5 layers of dirt, and 5 layers of stone, and 1 layer of bedrock, just like we set our presets. Now this is useful for people who are wanting to create adventure maps, or maybe even a survival island of sorts. It could also be very useful for testing out mob systems. If you made a water world, or a world that had slabs as the top layer, you wouldn't have any issues at all with mob spawning. And the nice thing about this is that it generates indefinitely. So you can go off forever in every direction, and you're going to have the exact same thing. Now the only thing is that with world types like this, villages don't really tend to spawn. I've run across 1 or 2, but those were glitches, and they did lay under the water. So that's just something to bear in mind if you're creating a world like this. You won't have the sorts of resources that you would normally have on a flatland world, which you don't really have that many to begin with, but just keep that in mind. Something else new added was a new food. It's pumpkin pie, and you create it like this. It's a shapeless recipe, so you can arrange the egg, sugar, and pumpkin in any way you like, and you'll get 1 pumpkin pie. Now, this isn't like a cake that you can place down on the ground, but you can eat it just out of your hand, and it heals quite a bit of hunger, and for the amount of resources that it takes, it is definitely a good food source to have on you. There has also been a change with the pig with a saddle and a carrot on a stick, and that's that now the pigs can jump, and they'll just automatically jump whenever they come to a barrier with you on the back. And so now you can get around over borders and stuff with only your pig. So that's a pretty cool little feature. Also, in a similar note, the carrot and golden carrot sprite have been changed, as well as their name. There have also been a few tweaks to a few other sprites here and there throughout the game. I'm actually going to turn around before I get too lost. Like here with the leather pants, the leather cap have been changed a little bit, and also if you put them on, you can see the stripes a little bit. Let me actually get off. You can see the stripes a little bit on the pants there, and also on the shoes and the helmet as well. So they have a little bit of more decoration to them. There are a few other little changes, but other than that, there's not too much. There have also been a few changes to the Wither boss. If you go ahead and make him, you'll see that he has this little wind-up in the beginning of the fight wherein he is invincible and he kind of is getting expandy. And whenever he blows up, or whenever the charge is done, he blows up. But they have also tweaked his health a little bit, so he is no longer so very full of health like the Ender Dragon. He actually is killable somewhat in survival mode. I have killed one Wither, and there's also a very small chance that whenever he shoots ahead at you, that it will drop a rare mob head. So that could be a creeper head, it could be a Steve head, or it could be a Wither Skull head, and I don't know if there are any other heads that it could drop. But basically, if you keep getting Wither Skull heads over and over, there is a chance that you could be able to farm withers. But this is a very, very, very slim chance. I've killed about I don't know how many withers. Very, very many withers. About 20 of them. So I guess not too many. But I've only seen them drop the heads 3 times during my tests. So don't be expecting to get a head, but if you do, that will definitely make your life a little bit easier as far as collecting those heads go. Also, there's been a new command. I'm sure you saw it here, but it is called /clear, and it basically gets rid of anything in your inventory. So right there I had a whole bunch of stuff all stacked up in here that I didn't really need. So I just did /clear, and now nothing is in my inventory. Now that does work in survival mode, so if you've got cheats on, be careful, and it's also probably going to be a very good tool for admins to use if they think somebody's been griefing with TNT or something like that. They could just clear their inventory. So I really like that command a lot. Now, according to the website, hostile mobs are more fearless in hard mode, but I'm not sure exactly what that means. I've been trying to get them to jump into the fire. The best thing that I can tell what that means is that they are willing to drop now if it means that they can get to you. So I'm actually going to go ahead and set this to peaceful so that I don't have to deal with him. I'm going to go ahead and go into creative, grab a zombie. Oop, that's not how you spell zombie. Right there. And, oh, yep, still peaceful. So basically, if I were on easy, let's go ahead and put a zombie there. T/game mode survival. He's sitting there. He sees me. I'm sure he does. But, well, see, there he fell down. So, just goes further to show that I'm not really sure what this means. I don't know what he means by they are more fearless on hard. But I'm sure that that means something important to the game of Minecraft. So, because otherwise they wouldn't have put it in there. So, yeah, there's that.